Hey guys! I am so excited to be able to talk with y'all and just kind of dig into what a coach is. But first and foremost, welcome. I am the first person that you really get to hear from. If you haven't interacted with Kimberly's walk on post, please do. We have some great conversations going on in there, really diving into some of those fears that some of y'all are expressing. And I think it's safe to say that a lot of y'all probably share the same hesitations, and so it's a great opportunity for us to address those for you guys. I knew she would be back. But I get to talk to you about what a coach is and just briefly what we do. And I knew she was going to do this. It really is simple, you guys. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to share with y'all, I kept thinking anybody that has a desire to live a life focusing on being healthy, being active, and just being happy, okay? And I don't mean like everything's always rainbow and butterflies and like we have the best life ever, living our best life. I mean finding joy in life, no matter what, okay? And she's gonna end up being distracting. It's gonna look like I have a tail flopping out of my head. So anybody that has a desire, that wants to live a healthy, joyful life is a coach, can be a coach. And you may be like, yeah, okay, that sounds nice, like, yeah, right. But it's true, because I've been coaching for 4.5 years now. And when I first was introduced to coaching and what it was, I was first a challenger for 21 days. I was in a challenge group first, and I was a really confused and lost mama to my twin girls who are now 5. And I had all the things that you thought would make up a wonderful life. I was a veterinarian, married to my high school sweetheart. And I didn't realize how much I needed this until I was introduced to it as a challenger first. But what brought me there was I had reached my breaking point. I was dealing with postpartum depression. I was on medication. I could not figure out how to make my health and wellness a priority while being a mom and being a veterinarian and being a wife. And I was crumbling, you guys. I was in a really bad place, to where it took my doctor giving me like some honest, hard truth, that led to me making a change. And what I found was, not only did this give me like a very simple plan in terms of workouts that I could do from home that saved me time because I wasn't driving to the gym, that gave me a wide variety of things that I actually enjoyed doing, simple meal plans and nutrition guidance that I didn't have to like spend hours researching if this was the right thing to do, because there's so much information out there. It gave me a place to call my home outside of my home, which I didn't know I needed, you guys. Again, I had everything that anybody would want, but I didn't have a lot of friends. I was in a season of life where I was really just trying to survive, and so I didn't have time to go out and hang with friends. And so I didn't realize how incredibly lonely I was, until I found this community that I really didn't know existed. And that's where the magic of what we do as coaches happens. And I think it's why what we have is so unique and different than hiring a personal trainer or going to CrossFit or doing a boot camp or going to a nutritionist, whatever it is. There are so many people that need solutions for their health and fitness, and they have the resources. You could find plenty of resources online, but they don't have that person cheering them on, believing in them, asking them how they're doing, celebrating with them, troubleshooting with them, just being somebody that reminds them that none of us are perfect, that we're gonna have days that really suck, but we're gonna keep leaning in and we're gonna keep showing up. And that's what that group was for me. And it was the game changer. It's what led this from being a diet to a true lifestyle shift. And when my coach asked me if I had ever thought about coaching, she helped me see that I was already doing it, because so much of what we do as a coach is just showing up for ourselves. And part of why I said yes in that season was because I was so afraid of losing this community, and I knew I needed the accountability to make myself a priority. And so I really don't know if I would be the person I am today in terms of just my health and fitness if I weren't a coach, because it's the ultimate reminder that you're worth spending time and pouring into daily for your family, for your spouses, for your, if you have a full-time job, for your employer, your clients, whatever it is, your kids. And so a coach is somebody who simply has a desire to be their healthiest and happiest no matter what they're facing. And so you'll see there's coaches that go through seasons where maybe they can't work out, but they're still showing up for themselves through personal development, through their nutrition. They're leaning into the group. They're still making their wellness a priority. And so a coach shows up for themselves first and foremost. But then you have the gift, the opportunity to be able to invite others to do this with you. And honestly, in a world that there's so many different things for people to do, like I said, there's not a lack of resources, you guys, but so many people need that person just doing it next to them, their friend that's like, hey, I'm doing this new program from home, like, would you want to do it with me? And so our job outside of taking care of ourselves is simply showing up in that community, in those challenge groups, and cheering on those women that are showing up with you, and also showing up through whatever social media avenue that you feel comfortable with. You don't have to go and build an Instagram like celebrity account if you like haven't even used Instagram. You could pour into Facebook if that's where you're comfortable, or vice versa if you feel best on Instagram. But you're showing up with those things in your own journey and letting people know that they could be a part of it with you, that you can literally hand these same resources over to them. And not only will they get a very clear-cut plan on what to do to get them closer to their goals, you're going to be with them along with all of us. And that is why so many people like are introduced to what we do and then they leave like forever changed. And it's not an exaggeration. You do not have to be any kind of expert of anything. In fact, it's actually better if you allow them to see that you possibly don't have all the answers. And I'll include a little bit more on like what you don't have to be as a coach in the context of the written part of this, but I really want you to just walk away with the simplicity of what coaching is. And 3 out of the 4, like we call them our vital behaviors for building a business, focus on you. Showing up for your health and fitness journey by fueling your body with foods that are going to help you have the energy to enjoy your family. Pressing play on your workouts. Pouring into your personal growth in terms of your mental well-being with personal development. And then just having a lot of fun, you guys, and cheering other people on. Like, that's what a coach is. It's just paying it forward one step at a time by showing up for yourself, showing people that they could do the same thing, and then doing that in terms of the business aspect as well. So I hope this was helpful. You're going to see every video is going to be attached with a question and an opportunity to win a fun prize. And so please make sure you're commenting and you're getting involved. And I can't wait to see your questions. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Bye.